welcome to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone had a great week. Quick thank you and shout out to everyone that came to the Energy Meditation and Mimosa meetup at my place this past Saturday. I love doing these events. I love when you guys come over and hang out. I like to just hang out with you guys socially, and I love the fact that many of you are making your own connections with each other, and that is exactly what I was hoping would happen, to unite like-minded people and, build a network of friendship. So I really, really love it, and we're going to keep doing them in the future. I've already got the aura photography and energy healing session scheduled for September 7th. I sent out an email yesterday with the details and registration info if you are interested. Okay, moving on. So this past week, you may have been dealing with more physical symptoms, and that's because of everything that's been going on energetically. So you could have been experiencing, just kind of feeling out of it, maybe feeling a little spacey, feeling tired, feeling fatigued. I feel like there were more achy muscles and bones, and especially if you've had previous injuries and maybe those kind of flared up. I feel like a lot of people were dealing with dehydration and maybe even another round of like balance issues or feeling dizzy, and in extreme cases, vertigo. Some of you may have even gotten the flu or some sort of a head cold. Again, just weird kind of body things. You may have been bouncing between different emotions. Maybe you've experienced some disappointments and some successes. Most of the physical symptoms came from some activations, some cellular downloads and portal openings, along with some astrological events. So your body is playing catch up, and things happen on an etheric level first and then on a physical level. And that's why maybe you've been feeling really fatigued over the last week or so, probably even longer, because of everything that's going on. So I just lost my train of thought there. All right. So we're still in the energies of the magnetic moon of purpose through August 22nd. And I feel many of you have started making connections and putting the puzzle pieces together of what your soul purpose may be. Or maybe it's something as simple as realizing that you're unhappy or bored in the line of work that you've been doing and you're ready for a change. And you could be struggling with who, what, where, why, all those questions. It's not all going to be revealed at once, right? There's a process to it. Trust it. All will be revealed to you in perfect divine timing. Everything is a lesson in skill building and working through the things that are blocking you. So baby steps, set intentions, and then let the universe respond. Ask to be guided to your soul purpose, and then pay attention to what starts showing up in your life to put the puzzle pieces together. Because that is life, y'all. A big puzzle piece that you're constantly fitting together in different ways. Okay, let's get into what you can expect from tonight, August 15th through August 22nd, as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. General themes. Lots of intense energies thanks to the full moon tonight. Most of you have probably been feeling the pull of the moon for the last couple of days. Maybe you haven't been sleeping. Maybe you've been restless. Maybe you've been waking up at weird hours of the day, or, whenever you sleep. The moon has been super, super strong and powerful. And one of the major themes this week is also about harmony. And I recommend that you practice harmony in every situation. The more in harmony that you are with yourself and the world around you, the more of it you will attract to you. Whereas inharmony will keep you attracting drama, issues, problems, and all that stuff. So harmony is the willingness to be flexible, to meet others, to let go of personal attachments. Expect anything not in harmony in your life to be revealed for you to bring into harmony. This week, there will be a feeling of timelessness for some of you. For others, it will feel like there's not enough time. And the purpose of this is to reveal the true nature of how you receive your inner sense of timing, and how being on time with yourself guarantees you'll naturally be on time with your outer reality. And this is all about, the power is in the now. It's in the moment. And we exist in timelessness, which is an energetic dimension, which has been masked by this linear notion of time, right? Like the time that we experience here is not that of reality. It's in this reality only. Anyway, that's a whole long story. But now, long story short, you're learning how to be in the present moment so that you aren't recreating the past or worrying about the future, which is only going to cause you problems in the present, right? So again, work on staying in the now, staying in the moment, being present there. That doesn't mean not to set goals or, set intentions for yourself. Absolutely. You want to make progress and you want to grow in your life. But you cannot be fixated on the future and you cannot be fixated on the past, because then you're just not living at all. You're just worrying and stressing yourself out and not feeling happy, okay? Along with this change in perception of time, you'll also be experiencing different things to unhook you. Jesus, I can't speak. To unhook you, not unhick you, but unhook you from the world of duality, which basically is in harmony between things like right and wrong, up and down, happy and sad, right? It's that yin and yang. And I recommend that you actively participate and open yourself up to change. Otherwise, the universe will use a catalyst of pain to get you to change your ways. So it's time to stop thinking so much and change the way that you perceive things, the way that you do things. And if you can, you'll be able to explore a totally new reality. And I cannot tell you how amazing that space is, how beautiful that place is, no matter what is going on the outside. Obviously, those of you that know me know that I've had a lot of tragedy in my own life, even this year. So somehow, because of all the work that I've done, I've been able to allow myself to feel what I need to feel and still allow myself to be happy at the same time. So I want that for all of you. Now, some of you may also have a feeling of expectancy, which you could be misinterpreting as anxiousness or anxiety. So expectancy is the intuitive feeling or deep inner knowing that something awesome, something amazing, exciting, wonderful is about to happen, like something is about to shift big time in your life. Your soul knows it, but you don't know it, right? You don't know it on in a logical way. So to me, that's a sign that something new and extraordinary is coming into your life. Ride that feeling and find the joy and excitement in it instead of the anxiety and the fear side of it. Now, on the other hand, some of you will be experiencing anxiety and fear. You'll really need to dig deep to answer the question, what are you afraid of? And once you have the answer, accept that you feel afraid and that you feel anxious. Embrace the feeling and feel what you need. Otherwise, the resistance of feeling it will only make the feeling worse. Remember, emotions are energy in motion. They are meant to be felt and expressed, not felt for a second and then repressed or dwelled on or denied, right? So just feel it. I promise you, just feel it. Let yourself feel it and it'll go away very quickly. And if you've been somebody that's repressed your emotions for a very long time, when you start letting yourself feel, it might be a little longer than a few minutes of getting over something because you're pulling up everything, every energy of emotion that you've repressed has to come up and out. It has to come out, up and out. It doesn't just go away. It doesn't. You have to feel it in order to get through it and remove it and get past it. A message coming through for everyone for this week is to take time to sit in stillness and connect with oneness. Another message says, know that doors are opening for you. Follow up with people, projects, ideas, and plans. And here I am trying to multitask. Dave, you know I suck at multitasking. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm still with you. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So connect with that inner fire that's driving you forward. Enjoy success and happiness. Lots of energy swirling around for opportunities to feel and be successful. Relationships and friendships will feel happy too. Your animal spirit energy is the moth, and the moth energy can be impulsive, hasty, and wishful. And the moth is sure that the grass is greener on the other side. And moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new, which can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. And when you're in balance and harmonized, you're feeling enthusiastic and whimsical. When you're out of balance, you idolize others and you feel jittery. And to bring into balance, finish a project. Finish something you were meant to do. Work, for those of you employed, some of you will be having a great week, especially if you own your own business or have been working on a career change or promotion. Projects that stalled all of a sudden take off again. Seeds you planted are starting to grow, and you could be feeling like the luckiest person in the world. Unfortunately, there will be a few of you that are stuck in fear and worry mode about your job or about your business, and you can't seem to get out of your head. But that is exactly what you need to do, is to stop driving yourself crazy and creating undue stress for yourself. Accept things as they are and work on changing them for the better, but you'll have to get beyond your fear of change or fear of not being good enough. Those of you looking for a job, if you've been interviewing for a job, chances are you get hired at one you really want this week. If you've been looking but haven't had any interviews, expect that to happen. And those of you that are hyper-focused and in fear mode about not having a job, check in with yourself to see what kind of energy you're putting out there. Is the voice in your head saying things like, you never have any luck, no one's going to hire me, there's no jobs out there that I qualify for, and so on and on? Change that dialogue and watch your reality change. I say it a million times, where you choose to let your thoughts, feelings, focus, and energy go is what you receive in return. Love, those of you in a relationship, things feel pretty stable, happy, content, mushy, sweet, lovey-dovey for some of you. And then there will be some who feel like something's going on behind your back, or something will be troubling you about your relationship. Some of you may realize you're in a codependent, toxic relationship. And whatever the situation, communicate and work on a resolution, even if that means going your separate ways. Don't be afraid to move on. No one on this planet is destined to be alone unless they choose. Those of you that are looking for love, this is the year to meet someone. Lots of soul connections will be happening all year long and into next year. This is a great week to get out and mingle. The energies are primed for meeting people, and I feel like some of you will. And again, just have fun with it. And now there are, it's either someone or maybe even a couple of you that recently met someone and you may be rushing things along, but I feel like you need to take your time to build trust, because all may not be what it seems. Not saying that there's deception there, but I feel like maybe rose-colored glasses. Finances, things feel very stable and like more will be coming in for some of you. Those of you who have been visualizing abundance coming in and have been planting those seeds, you'll receive everything that you were wishing and hoping for, but maybe not in the exact way that you expected. And then some of you may be struggling financially and you're, juggling your asses off with making ends meet. And I feel like things will improve, but I also feel like you're having false expectations of how you can make more money. Miracles do happen, but you've got to try a different approach because something feels off, and get advice and get real about what's coming in and going out. Health, overall, most should be feeling pretty good mentally, physically, and emotionally. There is a caution for some of you with consuming too many drugs and or alcohol. You're self-medicating and you're running from yourself. Get to the bottom of what's going on and what is happening with you and what you're feeling. Get help if you need it. And I also feel lots of stress for some of you, and some severely, and I feel like you need to go to the doctor and get your heart checked out. I do feel it may be time to consider a lifestyle change for some of you, and hopefully think that too. Lastly, spirituality. It's an important time to trust yourself, work on visualization, notice what's going on with you, improve on things that you've been talking about doing for a while now. Work on reducing stress by shutting down that endless mind chatter. Learn to silence the chatter. It takes a little work, but it's not impossible, and it's a lifesaver. I can't even tell you when you just finally master not having to listen to that little voice. That wraps up this week's intuitive messages. Let me get to tonight's caller. I have Victoria in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Hi, how are you?
I am wonderful. It's great to talk to you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. How can I help you this evening?
Okay, I have two specific questions.
Okay.
One, I am starting my master's program, and I'm wondering if this is the right path for me.
So I'm feeling... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So with the master's, I feel, yes, I do feel like that is a really, really, you can't see me, but when you were talking about your master's degree, I was doing a little dance for you because that's how excited I felt about it. May I ask you what your master's is in?
I'm going for nurse informatics.
Ooh, interesting. I've never heard of that before.
So if IT and nursing had a love child, it would be nurse informatics.
Oh
so
my gosh, that is
it's away
so
from
creative.
patient care. Right, it's information.
Okay,
and I'm just wondering if that is the right fit.
It is absolutely the right fit because I feel like you're going to have a lot of opportunities, not just you being able to actually work within a hospital group, a doctor, but I kind of feel like you're even going to be able to have your own business with this, and whether you're a consultant and you go and you help out in different ways, but I kind of even see you taking it to another level where you're incorporating technology and health in a new and innovative way where maybe you're helping. I don't know. Like I just feel like it's going to be bigger than what you think it can be.
I can live with that. I can live with that.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Now my second question is I have reconnected with someone from my past, and there is a little love interest going on.
Ooh,
and I'm wondering if this is the right fit.
So I actually feel like it is, but I feel your hesitation. I almost feel like you're ready to kind of express or make your feelings clear to this person because you kind of realize what it is that you want and what you need, but you're just afraid that it's not going to be reciprocated.
Correct.
Yeah, I feel like that is just a fear block. Okay, I just feel like it's a trigger. It's a trigger from your past of when you've expressed yourself, you've been shut down and you've been rejected. So it's just coming up again in this moment. I do feel like you should continue down this path. It feels like you guys are pretty compatible as far as I'm concerned. I do feel like both of you have grown a tremendous amount since you knew this person before. I feel like you guys have a lot in common. I kind of feel like you mirror each other. There's a little bit of, I kind of feel like you guys also have similar trauma, whether it's relationship baggage or, I just kind of feel like you guys have the same insecurities. And I do feel like this person is very receptive to you and is a pretty understanding individual. So I feel like it is okay for you to express yourself. I wouldn't get overly emotional because I don't know that I almost feel like that might be too much, right? So
Okay.
like I like you. This is fun. I just don't want you to be like, I'm so in love with you and I want to, get married. And you've got to kind of, how do I say this?
Reel it back in.
Reel it back in a little bit, right? So like my fiance always says to me, Rebecca, give me the guy version, right? So kind of do it in that way where you're giving it, you're expressing yourself, but a little bit more in the guy version where you're not overloading him with emotion, because I feel like he's got some past issues around. I just don't want him to misperceive your perception or your what you're trying to express to him, because it's not like you're ready to go get married and run off to the chapel and like if he's not around it's the end of the world type thing. I just feel like he's got to feel comfortable because he's a little less emotionally available than you, if that makes sense.
Correct.
Yeah, he likes you, but he freaks out easy.
Okay. I am making note of all of this.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
you've answered my two questions, and I humbly thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh my gosh!
Sometimes it's reassuring to have someone else say where you project yourself, what you're feeling with things, and to just have you kind of reassure me is wonderful. So thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. We still have a few minutes, and if you're open to it, I have a couple of other things that I kind of feel might be important to bring into your awareness, especially when it comes to your dating situation. I feel like there are some things maybe from the past, some emotional residue that's there. And I just kept kind of feeling like there might be a little bit of, some forgiveness work that might need to be done in order to, how we kind of put something in our head, like we compare people to past relationships, or somebody hurt us in the past and then we automatically assume that this next person is going to do the same thing to us. And I feel like there's someone from your past, whether I want to say it's a romantic relationship, that I feel like you have forgiven, but there's like a core seed that's there that I kind of feel like you've got to really be completely done with it and just forgive the whole situation, forgive the past, forgive yourself. And then I kind of feel like you're going to feel a shift even in this relationship with this person that you're in with now. Does that kind of make sense to you?
It does make sense.
Yeah, it's just like one. Yeah, it's just one little hang up, like just a little one. Because I feel like you've done a lot of emotional work. I feel like you've really changed a lot over the last couple of years, and I also feel like you've very much been career driven and focused on that. So this is just that last little piece of the puzzle. And the other thing was, I know that you have a level of confidence, but I feel like you've got to kick it up a notch and really, really believe in yourself. Because there's a little piece of you that, like, you can do things, you're really smart, and you're a go-getter, and you're independent, and you have these amazing qualities about yourself. But I think you allow self-doubt to creep in more than you should. And I feel like it's really important for you to make sure that you're connecting and believing in yourself and trusting your intuition, because I know that you hear it. And like you said, you're kind of just getting another perspective from me, but I feel like that was the other thing that was really important to tell you, is to trust your intuition and listen to it, because it is guiding you in the right direction.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Rebecca.
Oh my gosh.
It has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate you calling in, and I'm wishing you the absolute best of luck. I feel like things are really going to work out wonderful for you with your career and in love. And, you know, I can't tell you for certain that this guy is going to be the love of your life for the rest of this life. But I can tell you, I don't feel him out of the picture, and you're definitely going to have love. So I don't think you have anything to worry about, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much. You have a great night.
Thank you. You too. All right, everybody. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone has a great week, and I will connect with you next week. And if you need to get a hold of me, 407-374-3133. Bye.